The commish has spoken. Kind of, sort of. The start, anyways. Adam Silver sent a memo to team owners on Monday, warning of significant penalties for teams who don't provide proper notice to the league, media, and their opponent before sitting a player for rest. Steve Kerr suggests a shortened season could maybe solve this.
I wouldn't be opposed to it, even at the expense of my own salary. But it's something that everybody would have to agree to. I think even just going down to 75 games, I think that would make a dramatic difference in the schedule. Now, I don't see that happening because there's money at stake for everybody.
Money, it's everywhere. But everyone's got an idea, Tracy. So how do we fix it?
Well, certainly I think shortening the season has merit to it. However, I think the best way is to, I think if you shorten the season, I think it'll be more compelling basketball. Mm-hmm. I think there'll be more meaningful games. There's just too many games now that I care less to watch.
Right.
And I'm a player, and I love the game of basketball. I love to watch the game. I just think there's too meaningless games in today's game. So I think if you shorten the season, you have more meaningful games. I think more people be in tune to watching those type of games. But now I care less about watching some of these games.
Rest should be about a reward. So say you win a division or you clinch your playoff spot and you wanted to rest the last game or two, fans would understand, media would understand. But when you do it during the dog days of the NBA season, you have to find a way to reward the paying customer that's paying to see marquee players like yourself play. The best player on each team has a responsibility other than just having their name called last when they introduced at home. Brook Lopez, for example, plays for the Nets. They're the worst team in basketball. He still has a responsibility to come show up every night. And he actually made a game-winning shot last night. So for the contending teams, they call it resting. For the poor teams, they call it shutting them down. So here's what I propose. When healthy players don't play, which they deserve the opportunity not to play, just give the player all zeros on the stat sheet. Because players don't want their stats affected by not playing and they're healthy.
Or how about this?
I like that.
How about this? Let's say you have a big three, Kyrie, Love, and LeBron, and you want to shut one of those guys down. Now, that's fine to shut one of those guys down. But if you shut two or three of those guys down, do something like a disabled list to where you got to shut them down all week. They can't come back and play the next game like they played with the Lakers. I think you penalize them to where if you're going to shut these key guys down, you shut them down for a week. And let's see, and that'd be a case of 3 or 4 games. And let's see if they can, withstand that throughout the season.
What prevents them from saying, I legitimately have a sore knee or my ankle or I have something that is a medical issue?
Because the trainer says you're able to go tonight or you're disabled. It's really simple if a player is able to go tonight. But also to your point, we also have to watch the integrity of the game. And when LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love don't play against a playoff-bound Clippers,
I know where you're going.
But then they do play against the lottery-bound Lakers.
Because I have the same outlook on this. But go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want you to finish it because I've been talking about this.
This is my opinion and why I think these guys sat out. Because I look at the history. I look at who Ty Lue played for in Orlando. I look at who he coached under, who was his mentor, and coming into his house, the Clippers are struggling. They're trying to get to that 4th seed.
They had lost 3 straight.
They're trying to get to that. They're trying to get to that 4th seed, and I think he threw him a bone. He threw him a bone. Because why wouldn't you play your best players against the tougher team and then let them rest on that back-to-back against the Lakers, who, if those 3 guys sit, you still are capable of winning that game. Now you're 2-0 starting off on a road trip.
And as a league, you got to pay attention to how that looks. The Clippers actually rest Blake and DeAndre against the Utah Jazz that Thursday, against Denver a couple of days prior. So now, did they know that they weren't going to play on Saturday? By the way, the Cavs are 0-11 when 2 of their big 3 don't play. So that's basically saying we know we're not going to win.
Right.
But then we play them against the Lakers and we're going to go beat them by 30. That didn't happen that way, but they did win the game.
Could you have a limit? Say you get 3 rest days a season, 5 rest days a season, and that's it. And if you go past that, I don't know what happens. Something, that's the problem.
So here's what we could do too. If we want to make it easier, so after every month, should we give them like a weekend off?
I don't understand.
Is that what we got? We should do that. After
This is
every
crazy
month,
to
just
me.
give-
Like,
Everybody
we've
have
been
that
playing
rule?
82 games for 40-something years. You know, them guys back in the day was playing in what kind of shoes? Converse with
and
no.
Converse feel like you're walking on the ground.
And
You
like
don't got a
flying
pebble with
So
commercials.
all
your
the scientific studies and
That's what I don't
everything, the
get.
technology they put in today's shoes, and I don't understand.
Shouldn't the argument be everyone's almost more unbeatable and stronger because everything's gotten so much better? But it
If you
seems like
don't
it's
have
not.
10+ years,
That's another one that people say.
you don't have 10+ years, you got to get your butt on the court.
And also too, like it's all about prolonging players' careers, right? I was fortunate enough to play 3 years in college and 13 years in the NBA. I didn't walk in here with a cane.
No.
I'm okay.
You did it.
So this idea that we're going to rest a player 3 to 5 games and all of a sudden that's going to allow them to play 5 more years, that's just not accurate.
And I think another thing is when we were coming up, or when I was coming up, basketball wasn't all year round. I didn't play basketball. I gave my body a break because I played other sports. Now
Right.
these guys are playing basketball all year round. And I think that could be a reason why, you know, they're feeling so tired. Once they get to the NBA, their bodies are just shutting.
Plus, how much of it is status? Because if you're the guy that gets the rest, you're clearly the big dog. Because you're not everybody just gets to rest.
But what did I say to the young players? That's why you can't start that, because when the best players say we're not
Right.
practicing, what do the rookies and the young players say? Well, we're not going to
I
go
like
hard
what
too.
James Harden said.
Bring it.
I'm a hooper. D'Antoni know not to come at me with that.
Right, but what is he going to be, 27? I feel you don't think in 3-4 years he's going to be like, oh yeah, no, I kind of need a rest day.
No, he's a hooper.
I hope not, because now we have the quote, and quotes are forever.
Hey.
Unfortunately.
We'll hold him to that.
Time for tonight's Look of a Leader, brought to you by the U.S. Army. John Wall is the catalyst behind the Wizards being on track for their best record since the 78-79 season.
One of five backcourts are the Wizards, with both members averaging 20-plus points.